Hello and welcome to Menace TCG, and in today's video we're going to talk about Sett and then play some games with Sett. So Sett is in a lot of channels, a lot of discussions at the moment as being one of the best champions and the champion to beat. And I thought, let's jump on and let's play a few games on Riftbound Simulator of Pixelborn and see what the hype is around Sett, see why he's so good, and see if we can work out how to beat him. Now let's take a look at the list, and I've taken this list straight from Piltover Archive, from a deck that won a big event at the weekend. Minus some cards that are not in. I think the key is... oh no, they actually all got added, so we've got them all in. So let's take a look. We've got Sett. It's an 8-4 split of Body Rune, Order Rune. Sometimes you can feel a bit limited on your order, but body's so important that you need the 8-4 split. Aspirant's Climb, making the game a bit harder for rush decks to beat us. 4-5 position is just so good when we get into things like the Daring Poro, the Pit Rookie, and a couple of others. Like even this Cloudfield is a 4 for 2 on 4-5 positions, so good. And then Candlelit, because we like to set our deck, and it's not massive for a lot of other decks. It's better for us. So and the big cards, the big playable cards are the 3 Misfortune and the 3 Fiora. We only have one set, and that is the yellow set. I think personally, after playing some games and looking around, that I would put the orange one, but if you see the list, we do not have the orange set currently in the game, so we cannot add the orange one, so it's fine. We'll just play with what we've got. 3 challenge and 2 arena bar. Now there should only be 1, and the person who won, like, this card is good, but it's a dead card against aggro, so you don't want more than 1. I think for this I might actually take 1 out and add in an extra Hidden Blade. Yep, there we go, fixed. So we've got 3 Hidden Blades. Showstopper's very good. Carnivorous. Anyway, you've seen this is the deck. Key cards. Let's jump into some games, shall we? It looks like we're against Ari in the first game. Ari is a somewhat harder matchup for Sett, because we like our 2-drops valued, and this decreases the value of our 2-drops. Also got this feels like a really good hand. We're going second, so we can play down a Pit Rookie, then there could be a Pit Rookie. Oh no, yeah, we can play this. This is a good. Maybe we get rid of one of the Glory Seekers, just to see if we can get some extra cards. So we didn't get a free drop for this, but we're just gonna play Cloudfield anyway. But they're going first, we're going second. So actually, we can Cloudfield and Pit Rookie. So what we can do is we can Cloudfield and then Glory Seeker, which is a really good turn 1 game plan for this deck. So not a bad turn 1. They played an Ego Apprentice. That's a pretty good turn 1 for them, but 2 buffed up units on turn 1 for us is absolutely amazing. They then drop a Sona. Now the play would probably have been move the Ego Apprentice, move Sona, and get them up to counter what I'm going to do now, but they didn't do that, so we're fine. Now what we're going to do is, because we've got 6, we're going to play Sett, or we're going to play Fiora. I think we'll play Fiora and keep Sett if we have a dead turn. So Fiora's going to play, this isn't trigger, but it doesn't actually do anything. And then we can play this to buff our Fiora. Now we've got 3 buff characters ready for the boss. Now, we could go out and score 2 points. I think I'm going to do that. One of them's going to die, but then we'll save the other one with the boss. So we'll move this over to here. And this over here and score 2 early points because, yes, they can clear both of these, but we'll get 1 back and then we'll still have 3 to there or 2. We can get rid of the Fiora going into their turn. So they drop the Ari, the when you attack or defend, giving an enemy unit -1, -2. This is what's good against this deck because it can stop all our buffs and make these like very efficient 2/3s into 2/2, 2/1s, and this to like a 1. Puts Fiora down to a 3, so it's not as great. They drop a Firefox. Trying to work out what they did. Killing any units about who's total 4 on mine. So why did that not work? They played it. 4 or less. They must have not chose a target for it. They ended their turn without moving, so we scored 2. Now we play Sett into the Pit Rookie, into the Glory Seeker, and that's basically game. Because we buff Sett. We throw down the Glory Seeker over here and buff it. Just to make it harder for them to take this. So we have 6 now, so we have to bring over 2 of any character now to take this. Even Ari. Before Ari could move over and take it for free, but now she cannot. We could fortify this position more, but we kind of want them to lose it so we can pile in. Fine with this. The only other option is to put the Pit Rookie here just to almost guarantee we get this, but if they play a spell, we'd lose his Pit Rookie and lose a bit too much, so we'll end turn here. The other option is we could have just gone all in here with Fiora, the Pit Rookie, and just guaranteed we keep this. Got a point to 5. We do have to get to 9. So they're going to do this, but we're not going to use this because we want to keep one of these alive. So we're going to cancel the activation and just let this die. This means if they want to take over this, we're going to save one of them. And they currently have to put both of these through, and we can kill Ari in response, even with the debuff from Ari. They're taking a long time to think here, and I think they're just working out, do they send more into the this one? They've sent Ari on their own here, so Ari's going to actually die. They do have 3 mana open, so they could do something. They're going to kill one, but not both. We're going to kill Ari, and Zhonya's is going to proc. But they gain nothing, and we don't lose anything. So Zhonya's procs, really, Ari. This dies, we use his ability. Lose a rune, which means, but we can still play this anyway because we're on 6 gaining 2, so having 9 wasn't an issue. They have 3 mana open, so if they can Foxfire or something to clear this, we won't score the point, but maybe they have a move, they can move. But in our turn, we're just going to bombard everything just to get rid of the Sona. Now, and now that they've used the Hourglass, we're just going to throw everything in to kill the Sona. Or if possible, we play with a dragon, send the dragon, kill the Fiona, and then we take over the battlefield with other stuff. That's probably what we're going to do. The dragon can't be countered by anything other than, like, it cannot be stopped. It's not a spell. There's nothing that stops the dragon from dropping down and killing Sona. So we're going to kill Sona with the dragon. To start off with, it's an easy kill. We could wait till we've taken the battlefield to play it onto the battlefield, but we want to use it for a response. Got 4. Yeah, they're just going to concede there, so that's a pretty easy win. I think in that situation we'd won no matter what. Okay, so game 2, we're in against Victor, and now I'm just playing games back to back. I ain't going to play games where I win and just show win games. I will show losses if we lose and wins if we win. Plan is to play 3 games with this champion and then see if I want to change anything around this deck. If you do like what we're doing on the channel, a lot of this will come, a lot of in-game tournaments and all that. I'm going to record myself playing at tournaments, playing against friends, a lot of stuff on the channel. So if you would like all that, then do stay tuned for a lot more. Join in. And make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications when we go live. So we're going to start with this hand. We're going first. We're probably going to remove challenge and hope we draw Cloud Seeker. But if not, we're going to play the Glory Seeker down. Against Victor, the Snapvine's fine if they play in... Against Victor, no, we'll get rid of the Snapvine against Victor. It's not the greatest. We drew the Cloud Seeker, so we're going to play this down. And that's just out of turn. That was a pretty good draw for us from the Cloud Seeker. Call to Glory is also pretty decent. So next turn we're going to go to 4 for the Pit Rookie and then the Glory Seeker and have 3 buff characters, which is very good for us. And then probably take this. We want to control this mall as much as we can so that Victor doesn't have it. Although the Candlelit Sanctum would be a good thing for us to control. Pass the turn back over to us, and we're going to do exactly what we said. So we're going to play this. Oh, we should have played the Poro. I missed that I drew the Poro. So the big mistake here is playing this because we can't actually buff anything with it. That's a massive mistake on our behalf. Buffing this is useless. We should have played the Poro. Then into the Rookie, but that's fine. We can do the Poro into the first mate next turn. Pass this, and then we'll just drop the Glory Seeker to gain that buff. And then I think I want to take Targon's Peak. This would be good because we do need to see what his cards are because we're a bit dead on the draw. We do have a Sett ready, but playing out from this hand could be difficult against the Victor. I don't know what he's doing. He just needs to pass his turn. Yeah, so we have gone to take Targon's Peak just to make it harder for Victor to get Targon's Peak if he would want it. We'd have to play next turn, or this turn in a response. If they try to take Cynthia, we could go all in with a Call to Glory, stop them from taking this. That could be a very good play this turn. We would obviously spend the buff on our... maybe we spend it on the Cynthia. No, he's gone this way, gone for this to start the deck and have a look. That's fine. I much prefer him taking this overtaking Targon's Peak. We can respond next turn by sending in the Glory Seeker here, and if he plays something to debuff the Glory Seeker, we can Call to Glory this and wipe this side out. So he's gone for the Cruel Patreon, that's fine. Killing this to activate its Death Knell, and then he's going to use probably the Herald to get him an extra card. An extra recruit. And right now he's got no mana up. We can send these in and win this trade because of the Call to Glory, which is really good. We've got 6. I'm feeling 5, 6, 7. There's 7. We'd kill it all. We wouldn't get the trade, but we're going to spend this buff here. So let's do this. Probably not the correct play, but it doesn't show our hand. Don't know what this is saying. That's this one. Spend this buff to give this plus which one? 5. That goes to 6. we'll go here. This will win us this side, killing the cult creature on here. We get to play 7 damage, but I have 8. They'll probably put 5 on the pit rookie and 2 on the thing. I should have probably done it the other way around. Maybe I'll do 3 and we'll see. It's probably going to kill the pit rookie, yeah. Which is fine. I should have done it on the buffed unit. The pit rookie wasn't buffed, if I'm correct. No, it was not buffed, so we can't keep the pit rookie. I made a big mistake there. We should have done it onto the pit rookie. So now I have a choice of these. I don't know how you actually recycle them. Ah, there we go. So we don't really want... we've got one of these in hand. Keep that and we'll draw that for next turn. Now what we're going to do, because we're against Victor, is reinforce some zones. So I'm going to play Sett into here. And this will get a buff, go back to 2. And then the Poro is really good as an attacker to clear stuff. So we're going to actually put the Poro here. And then end our turn. Now the problem with what we've done is they could go to kill both of these. And we can only save 1. But that's fine. We will save his Sett, obviously. But his tank is getting another +1. So yeah, very good in this situation here. We're in a very strong situation. They're just going to... If I was the Victor player this turn, my turn would be to play out as many units as I can to try next turn get the big +6 on everything. Yeah, he's just going to go crazy and play loads. I'm going to go up to 5. I'm going to go close to the good point for winning on Sett, but then next turn he's absolutely going to annihilate me. The problem we have now is he can just do a big grand stratagem on us, and that's going to hurt. So do we pull everything back and not allow the big grand stratagem to kill everything? I think that is the play. So we pull everything back. It's not letting us play out because the countdown timer is fucking sometimes broke. He missed that. The countdown timer is behind here, and it just decided to start my countdown as soon as the turn, so I didn't get a chance to play these 2 down. Otherwise I would have done. But we can play our next turn. So now he's got the option. He either goes all in, so grand stratagem when I go all in, or just put some little units out and then grand stratagem 1 or 2 units. Going for each player kills a unit. So we're just going to choose the Symphyr. And then activate. I did not want to activate. If I'm being honest, that was a misclick. We should have not activated because now he's going to kill the Glory Seeker. He's not left any mana up for Grand Stratagem in response. So if he plays any cards out, we can go in. And he cannot Grand Stratagem in response. So it's a very good situation to be in. He's going to move this to here. Going to go all in, but he cannot Grand Stratagem. It doesn't have the 6 mana, so that's fine for us. He's going to get +2, so you can probably play the Victor one, the +1 to everything and -1 to all mine. But we're ahead on points, so we can let him just take this side, and we can just go take the other side now that he's got everything at that side. It's just going to come down to a points race, and I'm going to win by having already be on 5. So we draw Harness Dragon here and Glory Seeker. So what we're going to do is, you could put some in, play Grand Stratagem, but doesn't have enough. He's overcommitted to this side. So we're just going to move over to here. Activate this. Have a look at the top cards. We'll keep That's good. In fact, we'll recycle the Poro, hoping for another big card. So we know we're getting Fiora next turn. Then we're just gonna play this. We don't really care about its thing. Ready this one out. Play this over here. Buff it. And we're just going to go all in and put everything on this side. Oh, yeah, that's the race. We're just going to put everything on that side. And then we need to get the final point. You can get the final point by holding, so we should win that hold. You dropped a cruel Patreon here and killed the recruit. Person had to just kill the faithful manufacturer and create 2 recruits. It's created another recruit, but he is making another recruit from the victor. And yeah, it concedes not a situation where they can win in this situation. They've overcommitted everything to this one side, so I just ignore it and I go this side. Okay, so let's queue up for game 3. Currently 2 very demanding victories. The last one was a big mistake from the victor. The first one was probably a very good early start for me against the Ari that she just could not come back from. Okay, so Yasuo, very mid-range aggro-y deck. Never played against it with the Sett, so we'll see how this one goes. Not a bad hand to start with. Dragon is going because we can't play that for a while against the Yasuo. We will need it. The problem is we're going to put it to bottom. We do only have 2 in deck. So that means the other one's going to be harder to find. The other card we're going to lose is the Call to Glory, and that's a good 2 cards to start with. We don't have any synergy here, but we don't want to lose a character, so what we'll do is we'll play this down. Play this down in the early game, and then we can put it on this. Buff it, and then the way the water cannot kill us. So we have a choice here. Play Fiora, or we play the Pit Rookie to buff this. When we go here, we don't die. We want to plan curve as much as we can, so we drop a Fiora. This goes here. Score the point, and now this is a 4, so we can trade with the Wheel of Water. Unless he plays another card, which we're happy to, if he plays a combat trick to kill our Glory Seeker here on this. If we had another 2-drop, we would have dropped the Pit Rookie and whatever 2-drop to buff this to make it even harder for the Wheel of Water. But we can't afford to not play on curve against a Yasuo, so dropping the Fiora was the correct decision, in my opinion. If you feel like we should have just played the Pit Rookie to buff the Glory Seeker to kill the Wheel of Water with a combat trick, then let me know in the comments, but I think the Fiora was the better player. And now what we can do in this turn is play and buff the Fiora. He's played a hidden card on this side with the Wielder of Water and then dropped down the Traveling Merchant. So this hidden card is probably Hourglass, Teemo, or the Stand United. Stand United would kill the Fiora. We're on 6, so we will play a Sett, a Pit Rookie, buff the Fiora, and from this situation a 5 would go into there. That would become a 5 if it's Stands United. You go to a 6 if it Stands United. If it Stands United, we probably die, but we can use the ability here. So what we're going to do is send her in, force them to maybe use this as a combat trick, and we just get it back anyway. It is Teemo. We are going to fight. I get to kill Teemo. We don't get to kill the Wheels of Water. I'm going to die, so we'll go for the kill the Wheel of Water, do that to die with Teemo, and the Teemo will just go down to a 1. Then we'll activate the Sett ability to keep her alive to bring her back here. We didn't lose much from this. Teemo stays there, and probably going to move the traveling merchant over here to kill this, but this is a +2, so we keep this here now, and that's a very good turn for us. They bring down the Yasuo and bring back the Teemo, which is probably a smart play because our pit rookie just kills it for free. We're on 6, so we want to build a board. We don't want to out overpressure because of the Yasuo, so I'm going to play the Poro and the Fiora down. We have no buffs currently, so that's the problem. We're just going to send this over here. This will score as a point. Going up to 4. I don't know why the Sett thing comes up every turn. And then we're just going to pass from there because this Yasuo absolutely annihilates any of our boss characters, and we don't have the buff to use the boss ability from our legend. So we're just going to pass here. One thing a lot of players don't realise in Riftbound is keeping a base, a healthy base, makes your opponent have lots of things to think about. Right now, if they overcommit, we can send everything in. They don't know what's in our hand, what buffs are not here, and just wipe a board and just win the game. One wrong turn in this game, as you've seen in the last 2 games, where you just overcommit or undercommit, can just cost you the entire game in Riftbound. So he's going to move Yasuo here to kill this. He kills this before any damage. I get to buff it, but Yasuo gets to kill me before anything happens. This dies. We don't have a buff because this just increases your might, doesn't give you a buff. It's a trade we're willing to accept. It means we can kill Yasuo in response with a showstopper onto Sett into Yasuo. If he puts some, well, he gets this buff, we have to commit another 2. So he's committed here to kill this, which is fine. And what we're going to do in response is basically just wipe it out with the minimum amount of cards that we can. Gets rid of Wind Wall, which is good for us. This dies, yep, there's nothing we can do about this. But we can kill the Teemo in response. But we're not gonna, we're going to kill this in response. Let the Teemo live because it's only got 1. And then we can send something like the Poro into the Teemo. But I think we're going to send a Poro and a buffed up Sett from Showstopper into Yasuo. So they've played down a hidden on the Yasuo, which we saw Teemo earlier, but there still could be a Stand United or an Hourglass. I don't think it's any of the other 3. Maybe it's a block, but most people don't play a block. Plays down Annie to bring back the Wind Wall that they use. That's fine. They have enough currently to play a Wind Wall. So if this is a Stand United, he's going to go to 10. So we need to beat 10 if we want to, but we can just go over here. We're going to send the Poro into this side just to kill this Teemo. See if we can force him to use any mana, which would not be used in this fight. So the bait didn't work. The Teemo dies, the Poro lives. We did not get to use any mana. He's got 2 open. It could be Stand United, buff, could double Stand United. I feel safe sending all of this in. I kind of want to buff Sett. Then we have to move him. But then we can play Misfortune to bring him back. And then we can send all of it in to kill this Yasuo. We'll probably lose 1 or 2 units in the response, but we want Yasuo gone from the board this turn. We just send everything in. Let's try this. So we'll buff Sett. Oh, I should have buffed the Fiora. Never mind. Buff Sett and move him to here. And then we have a hard decision here. 5, 8, 13. He's going to go to... There's a small chance we send all this into Yasuo and he kills us. There's also a chance that he can't. Because he goes to 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 8. Let's just do it. Send her in. Let's bring Sett back to base. And then let's send them in. I don't know why I only sent those 2. We did click all 3 for some reason. Let's not move this. Hopefully it moves this Fiora, or else this could be game over. Yes, he's revealing Timo. Should move this Fiora. We did. Click all 3. Hopefully it does. This could be very, very sad for us if it doesn't. Nope, it decided not to move all 3. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look back, but I'm pretty sure on the VOD I moved all 3. Yeah. Why is this a 6? I always give it. So we lose these 2 now, and this. This has gone a bit strange. And now we will lose the aura again. Yeah, we should have won this fight and not had to lose anything else. But that's fine. We have to send both of these because he's going to get +2. Just sometimes the mod goes a bit wrong. But he sent all 3 of them in then. He kills those, but we kill both of him and Fiora lives and we stay on the base with Fiora. Now he gets to kill this Fiora, so we lose 2. We lose 3 instead of losing just 2. Sometimes janky things happen. It is what it is. We just accept it and move on. Lucky for us, he put 6 on a Sett for some reason, thinking we must have thought Sett only had 6, but he had 7. I don't understand why he had 7. But okay, jank on either side. Now we're in a pretty decent position. The same thing that happened, but Sett is now out of this position instead of Fiora just being there, which makes this position a lot more easy to defend. They must have not much. I score probably 1 next turn, and that's another concede, maybe because of the jankiness they conceded. But yep, that's the 3 games. So this is a bit of a longer video. I wanted it to be like under 30 minutes. It's just a bit over. If you do like the video, if you do like the vibes, the chillness, if you just sat in the background listening and watching, then yeah, do subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know if you would have made any different plays. I am not the best by all means, and I am trying to improve my gameplay as much as I can. See you in the next one. Peace out. See ya.